Hi guys, and welcome back in the third video in this row of tips and tricks to improve your riding. Today's question is from Melissa. Melissa rides a carriage horse, so a typical Dutch carriage driving horse with a lot of pushing power in his hind legs. And she wrote to me that she has a lot of trouble finding her balance and her stability on his back. So I asked her if she was willing to send in a little video of her riding and if it's okay that I share it today in this video with you guys. And she agreed. So thank you so much, Melissa. It's really scary to share your own riding footage with the world. So compliments for doing that. And I know how hard it is to retrain a horse in the type that you ride to become a good riding horse. Because of course, the first thing we need to look at is the purpose of the horse that we ride. He was bred not for riding, but for pulling a wagon. So his whole body use is different than what we would like to see in a good riding horse. So of course that already makes it harder for you to find a comfortable seat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play fragments of the video that Melissa sent in, and I will put my voice over it and share it with you guys. Hopefully it will help you to train your eye to see what kind of movement is going on in this horse and rider combination. And also I hope these practical tips that I will give are useful for many of you to find a better balance in your seat. Have fun! So what we can see here is that Douwe, the horse that Melissa is riding, has a lot of pushing power in his hind legs. His hind legs go way further back and are much stronger working backwards than that they go forwards, which actually makes his back drop every time and brings his head up. And we can see that reflected in Melissa's pelvis, which is really rocking forward and back. What we can also see is that Melissa is very flexible. She's not holding against, she's not holding herself stiff. She's actually quite movable and loose in all her joints. But at the same time, that is a pitfall. So I wouldn't advise Melissa to be stiff or to holding anything still, but what we need to do here is to channel the movement in the direction that we desire. So the thing is that swaying forward and back in your pelvis actually makes you push his back down more, so it doesn't help him to find a better forward step of his hind legs or a lifting of his back, and it will give you that feeling of instability because your pelvis is all the time rolling forward and back. Now of course the more he will improve in how he carries himself, and so for that you will need to get him much more over the back, forward down towards your hand, the more he will improve, the easier it will be for you to sit him. But the better you already now start to direct the movement in your seat, to direct his movement, the easier it will be for him to find the correct shape. Now I know that you guys are working on retraining him to become a riding horse and that this is work in progress, so I would say keep focus on that. You can also see that in trot he already has a much better way of carrying himself. His hind legs come much more forward and that you are a little bit more stable in your seat in trot. But in trot I would really recommend you to also think of directing the body. Think your head forwards and up. Don't let your pelvis come too far out of the saddle. Shorten your stirrups a hole and make sure that you really find the bending in your hips, knees and ankles. The more balanced and coordinated he will become, the more direction his movement will give your body. But at the same time, the more you with your body can already direct him in the proper shape, the easier it will be for him to find balance and coordination. So that's a very interesting journey. I wish you a lot of fun with that. If you have questions that you haven't asked over the mail yet, you can always write me a mail through ilvi@ilvifros.nl. If you are not a subscriber to my newsletter yet and you would like to receive these daily videos in your mailbox and get some other interesting information, you can sign up for my newsletter using this link below. And of course, you can always subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you stay in touch of all the videos that I post. Okay, thank you very much and enjoy the time with your horses. Bye!